Here we go with the old cranky lunch ladies of The View. Let me guess, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny Holston are going to find some problem with Donald Trump, even though it's not the subject. They are supposed to be discussing the fact that Joe Biden pardoned his son after telling the lie that he was not going to do it. These women are miserable at times. However, they really are quite entertaining, especially when they lose it over Trump. Let's watch the first clip.
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it.
We told you so. It literally took her seconds to say the other side does something. Pretty soon the other two are going to chime in. Man, I don't understand why anyone would take them seriously. Roll it.
But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
What? Is she serious? Democrats almost never take the high ground. Everything you believe in is not sacred to the rest of us. The Democrats have used lawfare against Trump time and time again. Court case after court case full of trumped-up charges. Pun intended. They also took to calling their opponent Hitler and a fascist. And don't forget they forced a sitting president to back out of a race and hand-selected the nominee without the people voting for it. All that is really democratic, isn't it? Please tell me where the high ground is so far, Whoopi. Let's keep going.
They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his...
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
mad.
No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. This same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. We shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlemagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question.
Okay.
My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yeah.
We actually detected no lies in what Charlemagne was saying. He is exactly right on this one. The problem with taking one side over the other is that at times we fail to see the problems with our chosen side. Trust me, I have a list of things that I don't like about the Republican Party and Donald Trump. But that's not the point of this channel, is it? So for now, you'll just have to deal with me giving these Democrats all the smoke. Let's get back to these crabby hags.
And I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are
wrong. So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't.
don't.
And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power,
you're
right?
ridiculous.
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
Think
ridiculous.
about
Come over and give me a
think about
kiss.
it this way. Just very quickly, can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is because I'm not in
the moral high ground? Like, what's the faux outrage?
Neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other party. Like, it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it.
Well,
we watch Republicans do things wrong, and they make excuses for it. Why can't we just all be objective and call it what it is?
Because it's not balanced.
It's not the same.
But wait, there's more. There's more. We gotta go. We're coming right back. We'll be right back.
No, we won't, Whoopi. We will not be back today. It's impressive how delusional you all can be when it comes to politics and your president. The two ladies on the panel who claim to be more moderate sometimes put up a good fight, but then you'll see them back down and hold their tongue for fear of being ostracized by the co-hosts and the crowd. Don't miss the fact that they are easier to look at as well. Yeah, I'm sure that's a coincidence. I hope you guys are ready. We are going to witness the same Republican-hating episode of The View for the next 4 years. Even after the 2028 election, they'll probably still be talking about Trump. Make sure you like and subscribe so we can continue to give you this content. See you next time.